Most of the money advice you grew up with just doesn't work anymore. Save 10%, buy a house, stay loyal to your bank. Cool in theory, but in 2025, that's definitely how you stay broke. Since 2020, prices in the US have jumped by 20.4%. That means your money buys way less, even if your income went up. That $100 grocery haul you used to brag about, now it's $120 or more dollars, and you still forgot the oat milk, okay? Your savings account, if it's not growing, it's shrinking in real value. If your money's not invested or earning, it's literally getting left behind. So in this video, I'm sharing the 6 rich bitch rules you actually need right now in 2025. What still works, what's outdated, and what to do instead if you want to build real freedom with your money this year. We're talking why rule number 2 will make you question every app on your phone, why rule number 4 might have you switching banks by the end of this video, and how rule number 6 could be the unsexy move that makes you rich. All right, let's get into it. You ever feel like you're doing everything right with your money and somehow still falling behind? Like you're trying to save, trying to budget, maybe even cutting back on stuff you used to enjoy. But no matter how careful you are, it still feels like you're stuck on a treadmill. And honestly, you're not imagining it. Let's talk about the classic advice. Save 10% of your income. Okay, cool, that sounds great in theory, but what if rent alone is taking up 50% of your paycheck? Where's that 10% supposed to come from? Or how about stick with your bank? That one's wild. Most banks are paying you pennies in interest while turning around making money off your deposits at 7, 10, even 20% interest rates. So you're loyal to them, but they're not doing anything for you in return. Then there's just the budget harder crowd, like cutting your matcha or your boba habit is going to magically fix everything. Let's be real. Strawberry matcha boba is not the reason most people are stressed about money. Wages haven't kept up with the cost of living, housing is up, groceries are up, even things like insurance and utilities cost more than they did a few years ago. So if you're trying to do the right things and still feel like you're barely staying afloat, I want you to hear this. It's not that you're bad with money. It's that the game has changed and most of the advice out there hasn't really caught up. We're not living in the same economy people were when those old rules were written. And trying to follow them today can actually leave you feeling more stuck, more frustrated, more behind. That's why we're here. All right, let's talk about what actually works with money this year. Because if you're still trying to force outdated advice in today's economy, no wonder it feels like you're running in circles. Here are 6 of those rich bitch rules that actually will make sense in 2025. Number 1, prioritize cash flow, not just budgeting. Forget obsessing over the spreadsheets and the pennies, the tiny expenses. Start asking yourself a better question. How much money is actually staying in your account every month? Cash flow is what gives you breathing room. It's literally what lets you say yes without stressing. Cash flow equals money coming in and money going out. Think of it like the financial pulse of your life, or if you have a business, your business. If your income is the inflow, your paycheck, side hustles, passive income, and your expenses are the outflow, bills, brunch, the skincare drop, cash flow tells you what's left after all that dust settles. So how do you prioritize it? Add another stream of income. That could be freelancing, a weekend gig, selling a digital product, or helping someone with a skill you already have, or maybe even starting to invest in the stock market. And on the flip side, cut the stuff that's draining you for no reason. Old subscriptions, random fees, things you forgot you were even paying for. Americans waste an average of $32.84 per month on unused paid subscriptions. This isn't about being cheap. It's about creating margin so that your money feels like it's working for you and not against you. Number 2, use fintech to outsmart old systems. You are not stuck with the same tools your parents use. There are smarter platforms now that help your money grow without you needing to check every 5 minutes. Start with a high yield savings account. If you're earning less than 4% in interest, your money is falling behind. You can do better. I know you can because there's a link in the description that will automatically help you do better. Then get a real app that helps you manage your cash flow, not just a basic budgeting tracker. That's a great start, but if you really want to be a rich bitch, you have to go with something smarter. You could check out Copilot or Monarch. These tools show you where your money is going, help you plan ahead, and take the mental load off your shoulders. Or if you're running a side hustle or business, AI tools too can save you hours. Use them to automate your tasks, build systems, even write your emails and marketing copy. Rule number 3, automate everything you can. Bills, savings, investments, automate all of it. The more you have to manually move money around, the more likely you are to fall off track. Not because you're lazy, but because you're human and are already juggling a lot. And when I read this fact, I was mind blown. On average, an adult makes about 35,000 decisions each day. Have your rent, your utilities, credit card minimums, full balances, saving transfers, and investments happen automatically on a schedule. You'll be surprised on how much more consistent you get when it's not something you have to remember, because why continuously add more decisions when these opportunities are available for you to use? Rule number 4, rethink how you bank. Still sitting using the same checking account from high school? It's probably holding you back. Traditional banks pay you almost nothing and charge you for everything. Meanwhile, they're making money by lending out your cash at 7, 10, sometimes even 20% interest rates to people. Move your money into an account that actually benefits you. Look for higher interest rates, no monthly fees, and features like roundup investing or automatic savings goals. Some platforms even let you borrow against your money so you can cover emergencies or take advantage of opportunities without draining your savings. That's how rich bitches move money. And now you can too. And if you've liked this video so far, do me a favor, help me out. This is free to you. It costs me, and I love for you to hit a subscribe or a thumbs up if genuinely it's helping you. And if it's not, help me out, leave a comment. Be totally honest and transparent. Rule number 5, play the tax game. Most people only think about taxes in April 15th. That is a mistake. Taxes are one of the biggest levers in your financial life, and if you understand how to use them, you can keep more of what you earn. Start with the basics. Max out any tax advantage accounts you can access: Roth IRA, 401k, HSA. These accounts give your money room to grow without constantly losing chunks to the IRS. If you're making money from freelancing or side income, learn the difference between business income and W-2 income. Business income comes with deductions and strategies that most people don't even know exist. And if your situation is getting more complex, talk to a tax strategist. Not just somebody who files your taxes, but somebody who actually helps you plan ahead. Rule number 6, invest the boring way. You don't need to chase the next hot stock or try and time the market perfectly. The best investment strategy in 2025 is still the one that's worked for decades: index funds, ETFs, dollar cost averaging. Just pick a few solid, low-cost index funds and invest a set amount every month. I have a whole video on the 4 ETFs every rich bitch is buying in 2025, so go watch that one after this one. I got you homework. Don't stress about what the market is doing this week. Don't try and outsmart the system. Just show up consistently and let the math do the math. All right, here's the real takeaway. 2025 isn't about grinding harder or cutting every single thing out of your life that makes it fun. It's not about living on $2 dinners or stressing over every single dollar. It's about working smarter with the tools we actually have now. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to necessarily know everything. You definitely don't need to wait until you hit some magic number to take control of your finances. You just need a rich bitch system, one that works in the background, one that keeps you moving, growing, and showing up even when you're not thinking about it, even when you're just living your life. So if this video helped, hit like, make sure you're subscribed, and drop a comment. Tell me the smartest money move you've made this year, whether it was opening up your first Roth IRA, or cutting out useless subscription, starting a side hustle, automating your savings. I want to hear it all, because small moves add up, and your story might just inspire somebody else to start too. And if you're ready to actually build your rich bitch system, check out the links below. These are the exact tools I use, the apps, the accounts, the platforms, and they've made my entire money flow simpler and more automatic. Let's stop doing money the hard way. Let's use the rich bitch system that gives you peace, not pressure. You've got this. I'm glad you're here, and I will see you in the next video. They drop weekly. Peace.